kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is not short of the 25. Run inside. It's mobile. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's got it again. They have a chance. He's inside the 40. 20. And he scores!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. There's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we miss tag, we don't tackle. If linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defensive tackle.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. the entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. Pocket breaking down. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The Knowles want to crank the tempo. The give out of the gun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Last completion, picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Running inside, it's Williams. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Here's Carr to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. 4th down, Carr. He's got it up for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Trying to run, it's Wilson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. FSU calling its second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing. Carr. They're working that left side. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll take it himself. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together. First and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, the TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
Here we go, ready. Blue, 22, check, check, check. 19, fireball. 19, fireball. Slug, slug. Go, go.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Takes a hit as he fires. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The 50, the 40, the 20, the 10, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida State.
Come on, let's have it.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So first down here as they go back to work.
Red 18. Go.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Carr. Got it in the middle. It's Gilbert. They stop him almost immediately. Short game there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Ball's at the 20. 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long.
Down, ready. Flag 14. Flag 14. Go, go.
Here's Carr to throw. Bringing the heat. And they got it. The defense coming up big there. And the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
And winning first down is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down if they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the gun, DeGale looking for room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fellow right in the middle.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. They punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. tacked on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Offense changing the play. Carr from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered.
Here we go. Ready. Level. Sweep. Go.
Carr to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Going over the top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field, stretch it vertically, and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. He might want another play. Again, it's Carr. It's complete to the right. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. They'll send out the kicker here. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Berry. It's complete to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. has it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Seminoles in the hurry up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They'll ride the hot hand. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
They'll run it from the gun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job of attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And the Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He shanked it. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Quarterback making adjustments. Carr. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, in college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacated area where he's at. Unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish on that punt.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Carr. That's caught. It's Gilbert. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Here's Carr to throw. Right on the money. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Here we go. Ready. Western. Ready, go.
He goes right back to the air. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, You better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. And the Knowles are in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. They didn't get a push at all on that one. There'll be no gain on the play. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. The run inside. It's Singleton. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors. Now, EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 19 team, the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28.
And it's Northwestern with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging him. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the wreck.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Running inside. It's Mobley. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The give is to Williams. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, first and 10. Throwing hard. Let's it fly. Wide open downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stand.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got his man. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. I guess an optimist could say it's still first and goal, and now you have a little more room to work with.
Here we go. Ready, go!
They try to get it outside on the left. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two.
At first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal.
Ready? 14. 14. Ready, go!
The run inside. It's Williams. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
About to have the ninth snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal.
Ready? Go, go!
From the gun on third down, Carr. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Down close to the goal line. Great job by the tight end on his route for that touchdown.
Try to make it a field goal game.
Ready? Ready? Ready, go!
Carr. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
Defense, man, you got to go low. You got to chop that tree down, right? Go the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Mary. Under fire. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Bad news for the defense. They gave up a first down on a scramble. Good news, though, they got a lick on that quarterback. That is a dream shot for anybody on defense. So, yeah, you might have made a good play individually. Good job, bud. Attaboy. You might get a helmet sticker for that, but you're also going to be in the ice bath after the game.
To the air on first down. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. wants to pass. He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go right back to it. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Hauls it in at the 40. He's going to get loose. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. And to punt last time they had it, highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times you're affecting the quarterback. Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Now on 2nd down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short, and teams want to make their move in the rankings. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll run it from the gun. There's some room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24. This offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points to get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They beat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a man. It's Barry. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making checks. Throwing, Carr. Plucks it out of the air. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. On their own grass. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close.
Yeah, in this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. That's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Carr. This time he's got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Breaks into the open. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks, and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right? Down 2 possessions, got to throw the football, use the sidelines, use the middle of the field, especially as you get close to that 2-minute mark.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. He wants to change this route.
Freeze! Ready, go!
Carr makes the grab. Almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Booster! Bubble! Check! Go!
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
On 2nd and 10, he full wide out set, trips right. To the air again, Carr. Catch in the middle, it's Porter. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Touchdown! He got it! He's got it now! The Irish punch back. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, and the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Snags a quick pass on the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Finding some room. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. To the air, it's Berry. Rushes on him. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And, man, that puts this thing away. The QB comes up with another play. Plenty of plays to point to throughout this game, but this one right here ends it. Late in the game, they put it in his hands, and Paulo, he finds a way to get it done.
And you know his play caller was telling him